4 or 5 different stocks that you like, stuff that you probably use every day. If people know they can come to your OnlyFans and learn how to produce a track, they're gonna subscribe. Do this for years. This is long term. All right. It's a lot of people that wanna do stock, but they don't really know where to start. It's several sites out there, as far as good beginner ones. Me, myself, I use Robinhood. To me, it's basic, it's easy to understand. Some people I've looked on Cash App, they have where you can buy stock also on Cash App. So I think that can be a start for some people too. I started with Robinhood, so I'm more comfortable with Robinhood. So that's probably what I would tell people to go. It's very friendly, it's very easy, is especially if you don't know nothing about stock and you just want to get started. Robinhood would be the ideal start. Or Cash App, because I've looked on there. That seems very basic and easy to understand also. It doesn't have many companies on it as Robinhood does, but you can get started. Now, on Robinhood, it's a few things you need to know if you're going to go over there, because you may not know what you're doing, but you still got to get started. So it doesn't really matter. It matters that you do know and don't know, but unless someone's going to sit there and hold your hand and guide you and teach you everything, you're going to have to get started sometime or somewhere. So my advice, just get started. Now, find out if you have a friend or something that has Robinhood, because there are some benefits of someone referring you to Robinhood. So like myself, if you know me, say, hey, Meaty, send me the link. So what Robinhood would do, if someone refers you, they'll give you a free stock. Once you link everything up, once you start a profile and you link your account up to it so you can put money into it, even when you ain't putting no money into it, once you link your account, they'll send me a free stock and they'll give you a free stock. So there's benefits of getting referred to someone, or someone referring you or getting referred. So if you're going to start, say I want to do Robinhood, who has Robinhood? So you can go ahead and start off with a free stock, right? Like when I first started, someone did tell me about it. It took me a while before I signed up. And when I did finally sign up, I got a little nervous because it started asking me, it asks where I live, all that good stuff. It asks, started asking my bank information, and I kind of panicked, like, nah, what's this for? Like, you don't need to know that. In reality, when you're buying stock, especially Robinhood is basically a stock that you can buy from your cell phone. You can go on your cell phone and buy trade options, everything right from your cell phone. So in any one of these apps that you start in stock, it's going to ask you your personal banking information. And that's a way for you to buy stock, because your money got to come from somewhere. So it's going to come from your bank account. And when you want to take money out of the account, if you done made money or you want to sell all your stock and take it out, that's the way it goes directly back into your bank account, right? Now, there are some little glitches. I call them glitches. They probably work perfectly fine, but just it's a little odd to me. But when you take money out of your account and you put it into Robinhood, now the money is available right away in Robinhood. You can go ahead and buy you some stock right away. But in your bank account, the money is still there. It takes about 3 business days for them to take the money out. So that's something you have to be aware of, because some people can think they still have that amount of money in a bank account. If you just took $50 out and put it into Robinhood, now if your bank account was $250, it's still going to read $250. And if you forget about it or whatever, Robinhood in the 3 business days is going to try to take the 50 out. If that's what you put into the account. And I don't know what'll happen, but I'm sure it'll mess up things or block you from the account or something like that. But I've never been in that situation. But I have noticed that it lingers for about 3 business days. So it doesn't go. You're allowed to use the money right away and buy some stock, but the actual stock doesn't come out 2 to 3 business days. So you have to be mindful of that if you're going to get you some stock. Be mindful that the money doesn't come out right away, but they let you buy stock right away. Now, so you're going to play around in the Robinhood app to try to figure out what's what. When you go in, it's going to be some pictures at the bottom of your screen on your cell phone. It's going to be like 5 icons. Click on each one of those icons, see where it take you, see what it'll do. One of the icons going to show you your portfolio, show you what's going on. I think that's going to be the icon shaped like a person or whatever. It's going to be an icon shaped like some mountains or something like that. That's going to show you all the stocks and stuff. Probably the stocks that you own and all that other good stuff. Just play around. Just play around. But the main thing is, once you go in there and you're going to set your account, it's going to ask you all this stuff, but it's not going to let you start trading stock or, buying stock or selling stock until after you connect your bank account to it. Once you connect your bank account to it, that's when you can start rolling. And now inside of it, once you know you got money that you can actually start buying stock, it's going to have a thing that say buying power. Now, on each phone, it might look a little different or whatever, but most likely it's going to say buying power. And the buying power is where you know how much you got to spend, or you just know how much you got to spend, really. That's your buying power. So now you want to, my little strategy, once you get started, it's the basics, get started. You want somebody to refer you, or you refer somebody, because you can keep on referring people. And every time you refer somebody, it's a link in there, and you send the link to them, you text it to them. Once they set up everything, set their bank account, everything ready to buy, even without them buying, they're going to send y'all an email, y'all both going to get free stock, right? So you want to have as many stock as possible. Now, me, myself, I own about 15, 16, I have shares in about 15, 16 companies. Small amounts, because I don't have a lot of money, small amounts. You don't have to buy, it's gonna say something is $150, but you don't have $150 to buy anything, right? You might just have that $50 that you put into your account. So the good thing about Robinhood, you can buy partial shares. Now, I don't know if every stock accounts do that, but with Robinhood, you can buy partial shares. So say it's $150. When you click on it and you push buy. Once it say buy, and at the top of the right, it's going to say shares or dollar amount. I clicked on dollar amount. So that means I don't have to buy a full share every time I buy something. Something might be $300. I might only have $100 to put on it. So you can start out just by buying partial shares. Don't necessarily worry about full. Whatever you have, that's what you want to use. Don't worry about, it's $200 and I want that stock. I gotta hurry up and get $200. No, if you got 100, you got 150, or you got. And now, don't get me wrong. The more you own of the specific share, the more money you can make. If you own a partial share, you only get partial, earnings. So you want to hurry up and get a full share. Then if you can get 3 shares. Then you can get 5 shares of that company, 10 shares. The more shares of the company that you own, the more money you make. When it can just go up a notch. Say if it just go up 50 cents and you own 20 shares of that company, it's going to go up 50 cents times 20. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's a couple of strategies I got. I want to own shares out of as many companies as possible. Right now it's 15, 16. I want to at least have about 25 to 30 companies that I got money into. At least 25 to 30. I know on one of my videos I told people start out with like 4, try to get 4 stocks. But the goal is to have as many stocks as possible, because when the stock goes up and down, and what's going to happen is sometimes you're going to lose money over here. But if you own about 30, you got money into about 30 companies or 50 companies or 60 companies or 100 companies, all of them ain't going to be losing money at once. And if they do, you still going to be good, because some of them didn't gain more money at once. So even when the stock market crashed, if you only own like stock out of 2 or 3 companies and the stock market crash, you probably lose everything. Probably. Or say the stock market doesn't crash, it's just your stock is going down. And that was my thing when I first started. I only own shares of like 2 or 3 companies. And the money started going down and it just looked like I'm losing everything. And so I was like, well, I'm going to sell that. And I'm losing my money. I panicked. But when you own like 30 you own shares into like 30 companies, you will not panic, because while some of those companies are losing money, the other companies are making money. So you're always making money if you invest in the right companies. Some of the companies is just going to be a guess, or you can try to do your research and see. Even if you do your research, it's no guarantees, right? But you want to get into some companies that this company been around for years. This company's been doing good. You want to get some of them companies. And another thing, all these companies don't pay out dividends. It's a thing called dividends, where even if you're losing money, every quarter, the company pays out dividends to the shareholders. Now, every stock site doesn't pay dividends. I know Robinhood pays dividends. I'm not sure about Cash App or Webull or nothing like that, but I'm sure about Robinhood. Now, the thing about dividends, it's very small amounts. Some of them pay $1.14. Some of them pay 64 cents. Some pay 84 cents. So you'll be getting this like every quarter. You'll be getting, but if you got about, and every company don't pay dividends. So it's like some companies, how you know on say you go to Nike. You go to Nike, you want to find out if they pay dividends. If you click on the words red and green, it's just going to show you some options on which how you want to see your money in the percentages. You want to see it in the gains. You want to see it in the negatives. But if you click right next to it, boom, it's going to give you a breakdown of the company, how long they've been in business, and it's going to go down. And if you scroll down, you're going to see some words. It's going to say the volume. It's going to say the average volume, the market cap, the ratio, the dividends. Now, if the company pays dividends, it'll have some numbers right there, tell you what you'll probably be getting every quarter. And then I know it just depends on how much money you got invested in and how much dividends you'll get every quarter. Because I've seen my number has been different than what was down there. And if it's blank, that means it pays no dividends. It doesn't make a difference if the company's making money or losing money. It pays no dividends, right? So I'm not just buying into companies that pay dividends, but I like a company that I'm buying into. I do check if they pay dividends, and I'll be okay. Every quarter, I'm gonna be making something. So just imagine if you're making money, the company's going up, and they paying dividends. Now the dividends are small, but to me, everything is a gain. Now, when I first started, I was putting my dividends back into the market. Every time I get 84 cents or whatever, I just put it back into the market. But I can barely tell if it did anything or if I gained anything. So now I save my dividends because your dividends, if you make anything, it automatically goes into the slot where it says buying power. It'll send you an email and everything, say, hey, because you own such much shares of this company, we paid you this amount of dividends. I don't put it back into the market now. If I'm gonna have I'm a long term stockholder. I'm trying to keep my companies, if I think they're going to make money, whatever, 10, 20 years before I cash out or whatever. I mean, maybe if something blows up before then or whatever and I make $1,000, yeah, I'll take some of it out and keep some of it in. But for the most part, my dividends, I just let them add up now. And I'm going to be looking at some more companies. And then you don't got to keep buying. I usually, when I get paid or whatever, if I can afford it, $30, $40, just buy a partial share just to keep things going. And sometimes you might not be able to, but you just keep on checking on your stock, making sure everything is going okay. So for the most part, Robinhood is where I would start. It is easy. Well, you can, like I said, if you prefer Cash App, but I can only talk about Robinhood. Very easy, and I'm still learning stuff. I'm still looking on there, seeing what's this, what's that. I still don't know how to do. I got an idea how to do options trading and stuff like that, but I ain't got to that part yet. That's a little risky, but you can make a lot of money, and you can lose a lot of money doing option trading. And some people do day trading. I'm not into that. Maybe if you had 10,000 to drop on something, and then at the end of the day, see if you made 1,000 or 2,000. That's probably some good day trading. I made $1,000 a day or $2,000 a day. Let me take my money out of there. I ain't got to that part. I'm not even really invested learning about day trading at the moment. But as time go by, I'll learn about it. Maybe I can make some quick money, and I'll see what I do. But right now, I'm in it for the long haul. So if you want to start somewhere, go ahead. Download the app Robinhood to your phone. I don't even know if you can go on laptops or whatever with Robinhood. I think it's based off your cell phone. Because I've looked on there, I really didn't see. Maybe it's a different symbol or something. But for what I know now, Robinhood, easiest thing for the cell phone. Now, I looked on Webull. It was a little busy for me. Maybe it's easy. And I just wasn't used to it because I'm so used to Robinhood. But that's something else you can check out also. But at the moment, Robinhood. Go ahead and get started. Most of us don't know what we're doing. And we ain't gonna learn unless somebody get us started, somebody hold our hand, and for the most part, don't wait for nobody to hold your hand. Just get started. You will learn as you go. I understand you don't know what you're doing. Download the app, start putting money in there. But remember, once you start taking that money out of your app, you will have to pay taxes. This is not free money. So if you're going to be in it, try to be in it for the long haul. Because you will have to pay taxes off of it once you start taking money up out of the app. Just want y'all to know that. Any app that does trading, stock options, any of that, once you start taking money out of that app and putting it to your bank account, it's tax time. So be careful. Think smart and learn before you start cashing out. Take it easy. I eat knowledge for breakfast.